Queen Elizabeth II had visited the United States several times during her 70 years on the throne, including one visit to Tampa, Florida. Joining us now to discuss that is Fox 13 reporter Evan Axelbank. Evan, good to see you. You kind of took a deep dive into this trip. Tell us when it was. What was the occasion? What did you find out?
Yeah, she was here in 1991. She was here to knight General Norman Schwarzkopf after the invasion of, or after Iraq invaded Kuwait, and after the United States and Britain helped push Iraqi forces back into Iraq and out of Kuwait. This was certainly a visit fit for a queen, and her grace left Tampanians in awe.
Queen Elizabeth's Britannia sailed into Harbor Island at 8:45 the morning of Monday, May 20th, 1991. Trailed by her husband, Prince Philip, she shook hands with Tampa Mayor Sandy Freedman.
You could just tell she was very down to earth, and she connected with people. And she did look them in the eye. You meet a lot of famous people, and they're looking over their shoulder who they're going to meet next. And she wasn't like that at all.
Her motorcade brought her downtown and then to the University of Tampa. Here's some of our report from that day.
A crystal palm tree is Tampa's gift to the Queen, inscribed to Her Majesty.
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor, for this marvelous present and for the very warm welcome which we have received from the people of Tampa Bay. We are delighted to be here.
Then it was to MacDill Air Force Base, where the Queen knighted General Norman Schwarzkopf, 3 months after U.S. and British forces expelled Iraq's military from Kuwait.
I told the Queen when she gave it to me that the greatest honor I had was the fact of serving side by side with the magnificent men of the armed service of the kingdom.
Before the Queen left town on her Concorde, she left more than a few Tampanians in awe.
I'm sort of speechless.
You're speechless.
Yeah. She was very beautiful, very stately. Enjoyed meeting her.
Well, the weather was threatening all morning, and the Queen descends the ramp and the sun comes out. So, not bad planning.
Then Mayor Sandy Freedman is still in awe that she got to see the Queen for a day. The inspiration has lasted a lifetime.
What an incredible role model for women she has been. It's hard to relate to her because she was the Queen of England. However, she was a mother, and she went through all the trials and tribulations. And plus, she had these enormous responsibilities of keeping that country, upbeat through so many things.
And she has certainly been by our side for a very, very long time. American presidents often talk about what a relationship the United States and Great Britain have, and she, it's hard to believe, has reigned for 30% of the United States' existence as a country. So that special relationship has spanned certainly since World War II and then on to today.
Evan, what just a really, really great and cool look back at a visit I had no idea that she made there, and meeting with then General Norman Schwarzkopf right post the Gulf War and the invasion and the liberation of Kuwait. But like you said, she met every president going back to Harry Truman, all but for Lyndon Johnson. President Biden.
13 out of 14, right?
Yeah. President Biden did get a chance, and the First Lady, to meet her last year on his trip to the UK as well. It'll be interesting to see. I'll be looking out for the American delegation that's going to go to her funeral. And I've been hearing from some of our reporters we've been speaking to, possibly President Biden will attend.
Yeah, it certainly wouldn't surprise anybody for a number of our former presidents to go. Certainly Barack Obama had a special relationship with the Queen and the rest of her family. Remember, they're all friends. There have been a number of pictures that have been circulated of the Obamas meeting with the Queen's family. And so you'd figure that they might be on the short list. And it is it's going to be a relatively long list of people around the world. But certainly when it comes to heads of state, presidents of the United States will most certainly be invited, at least most of them. You would think Jimmy Carter would get an invite, although it's hard to say whether he's well enough to go.
Right.
And you may have a number of vice presidents who go too as well. They are also in that exclusive club to earn an invite to this kind of a funeral.
Yeah. Evan, any last point you want to make that you couldn't fit in that story that you learned? That's just so fascinating to me.
Yeah, it was, right? You know, look, Tampa Bay is a military town. MacDill Air Force Base is a major influence here. And the fact that the Queen made a visit to MacDill Air Force Base says a lot about where Tampa is on the map, not only geographically, but just how important of an area this is to the American military. On this trip, she stopped by Miami and then went on to Dallas from Tampa. So this was, you know, a city that at that point did have a profile. It did not have the profile that it does now, where Tampa has become really one of the main metro areas of the United States, at least in the southeastern United States. So, you know, it meant a lot that to Tampanians that she would see Tampa on the map and say, we're going to do the ceremony for Norman Schwarzkopf at MacDill Air Force Base.
All right, Evan Axelbank, thanks for bringing us that story here on Live Now from Fox. We appreciate it. See you.